Sagu local government area of Kebbi State, Abdul Mohammed Bawa, NT.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reiterated that protecting every Nigerian, especially school children, remains a solemn responsibility of the government, and expressed deep concern and solidarity with the families of the female students abducted from Government Girls Secondary School Maga in Donko Wasagu local government area of Kebbi State. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, in a statement said the federal government share in the pain and are firmly committed to bringing the girls home safely. The government condemns the reprehensible attack on innocent students and the killing of school officials who were carrying out their noble duty. He said the security and intelligence agencies have been issued clear directive to locate, rescue and safely return the students and to ensure that the perpetrators face justice, assuring that the federal government will not relent until this objective is achieved. The minister assures Nigerians that strengthening internal security remains a top priority and that government is recalibrating the nation's military, policing and intelligence capabilities to more effectively prevent these attacks and respond with greater speed and precision whenever threats arise. Nigeria, he added, is also reinforcing cooperation with regional partners through ECOWAS, the African Union and multinational joint task force to secure the borders and disrupt terrorist and criminal networks. And also, Speaker of House of Representatives Abbas Tajuddin has condemned the attack on the Government Girls Comprehensive Senior Secondary School in Maga, Kebbi State, where about 25 students have been reportedly kidnapped by bandits. Speaker Abbas described the attack during which some officials were also reportedly killed as unfortunate, gruesome and despicable. The speaker, while lamenting the fate of the students in the hands of the abductors, called for a speedy response by security forces and the timely rescue of the schoolgirls. While noting that schools should be among the safest places in the country, Speaker Abbas said the attack has severe implications and the trend must be checked by security forces. Now, the newly factional national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Kabiru Tanimu Turaki, is asking for police protection for the party's National Working Committee ahead of its inaugural meeting, scheduled for Tuesday, 18th November 2025. Turaki led some members of the Working Committee on a visit to the FCT Police Command in Abuja, citing a conflicting notice of National Executive Committee and Board of Trustees meeting allegedly issued by former National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu. Timothy Yusuf reports.
The two factions of the People's Democratic Party had separately scheduled meetings for this Tuesday at the national headquarters of the party in Abuja. A recipe for crisis. Reason the Turaki-led NWC visited the FCT Police Command. The meeting held behind closed door with the Commissioner of Police. After the meeting, Turaki described the notice as an attempt to cause confusion, noting that it was slated for the same date, time and venue.
As leaders, more than any other person, we want peace to be sustained. This democracy that our leaders, our forefathers, had sacrificed their lives to bring about to this level. We shall be ready to also give our own lives to sustain this democracy.
He emphasized that those issuing the parallel notice of meeting were no longer members of the party, recalling that their expulsion was ratified at the recent National Convention in Ibadan. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
And former governor of Kogi State, Idris Wada, has formally defected to the All Progressive Congress with hundreds of his supporters. Vice President Kashim Shettima and the national chairman, All Progressive Congress, Professor Nentawe Yelwada, received the defectors at the Muhammadu Buhari Square in Lokoja. Ajibola Christopher reports.
Those who defected are former governor of Kogi State, Idris Wada, former SDP governorship candidate in the last governorship elections, Sam Notia Benemi, serving PDP members in the State House of Assembly representing Bassa and Ogori Magongo constituency, Imam Umar, former Speaker, Kogi State House of Assembly, among others. The APC national chairman, who welcomed the defectors, presented the party flag to them. Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, who appreciates the defectors for their wise decisions, says the move is to ensure a united party to move Kogi State forward.
Let me tell you, they are coming that show that in Kogi State, opposition has been crushed to the ground.
President of Nigeria, represented by his vice, Kashim Shettima, commends the decisions of the DKMPs, saying that it is in recognition of the transformation in the party for a prosperous nation.
Today, it is formal reception. His Excellency, former Governor Idris Wada, joins the All Progressive Congress along with other distinguished leaders and supporters. His decision is not a small one. It is an alignment with a broader national vision. It is a recognition that Nigeria needs large and stable platforms to confront the challenge before us.
Responding on behalf of the DKMP, former Governor of Kogi State, Idris Wada, expresses gratitude for crossing over to the All Progressive Congress, saying that the party is progressively leading Nigeria to the right direction.
The reasons for crossing over are numerous, and there is no time for me to explain them to you.
Ajibola Christopher, NTA News.
And President Bola Tinubu has declared his administration's resolve to provide the institutional and material support that will enable Nigerian courts to perform their duties with dignity, confidence and efficiency. The president believes such support is necessary to renew Nigerians' hope in the judiciary. This was at the opening session of the 2025 All Nigeria Judges Conference organized by the National Judicial Institute in Abuja. State House correspondent Musbawat and Wahab reports.
The chief of the executives and president of a nation in the midst of men and women of the bench, regarded as the pillar of rule of law and democracy. They are here hoping to reinforce a confident judiciary once again. But these are days when the common man is apparently nursing doubt in his supposed last hope. There are public concerns about delays in the dispensation, integrity, and access to justice. President Bola Tinubu recognizes the judiciary for standing firm as the stabilizing force of national life, but equally acknowledges the growing unfavorable perception of the public on the judiciary.
No amount of reform can succeed if integrity is compromised. Justice must never be for sale. The bench must never become a sanctuary for compromise. Corruption in any form or any arm of government weakens the nation, but corruption in judiciary destroys it to the core. When justice is compromised, government loses its integrity and democracy loses its foundation.
And now that the members of the bench seek to strengthen their confidence, President Bola Tinubu offers his administration support towards improving their working and living conditions for a much better administration of justice that will in turn earn public trust and confidence.
The executive, the legislature, and the judiciary must remain united by purpose, even when separated by function. My administration believes that a judiciary that is strong in capacity, efficient in process, and uncompromising in integrity is not merely desirable, it is indispensable to the survival of our democracy and prosperity of our nation. We cannot build a just society without a fearless and functional judiciary. In this spirit, we have resolved to provide institutional and material support that will enable our courts to perform their duties with dignity, confidence, and efficiency.
Chief Justice of Nigeria, Kudirat Kekereekun equally recognizes the challenges confronting the judiciary and believes that discourse here will contribute to the ongoing reform in the sector.
We must be the example we seek to inspire. The robe we wear must never be a cloak for impropriety, but a symbol of incorruptible honor. With collective will, renewed commitment, and divine guidance, we shall succeed in restoring the dignity of our noble profession.
As the judges of the superior courts in Nigeria brainstorm here, President Tinubu expects transformative resolutions that will ensure Nigeria's judiciary continues to stand as the conscience of the nation and guardian of its democracy. In Abuja, Musbah and Wahab, NTA News.
The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has convicted and sentenced the suspended Dean of the Faculty of Law, University of Calabar, Professor Cyril Indefong, to 5 years imprisonment for sexually harassing his female students. The trial judge, Justice James Omotosho, found the university done guilty on 2 out of 4 counts charged. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, preferred him. However, the court discharged and acquitted his co-defendant and lawyer, Sonny Anyawo, who was accused of attempting to pervert the course of justice in the matter. The court was of the view that the evidence the prosecution adduced before it did not nail the second defendant to the commission of any offense. While Justice Omotosho sentenced Professor Indefong to 2 years in prison in one of the counts of the charge that was sustained by the court, he was handed a 5-year jail term on another count. The court held that both sentences would run concurrently. The ICPC had alleged that Indefong, while serving as the Dean of the Faculty of Law at UNICAL, harassed his female students by demanding explicit photos from them. You're watching the news at 11 on NTA News 24. We'll take a short break. More news right after.
Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year is here. This festive season, enjoy extra savings on luxury and comfortable sofa sets, modern and functional dining sets, sophisticated and smart bed sets, and our royal collections, classy, premium, and truly exclusive. Shop 10 million naira and receive a complimentary Daisy tea set. Spend 15 million and take home a 65-inch smart TV. Go higher at 20 million and experience unmatched comfort with our exclusive massage chair. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online. It's big, it's bold, it's unforgettable. It's Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality, and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use Arisco tomato paste and products. 100% natural tomato. Better food now. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
This is NTA News 24.
Thanks for staying tuned. Nigeria is set for more intra-African trade relations with the launch of the Customs Pact, the Partnership for African Cooperation in Trade. Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima at the opening ceremony commended the Nigeria Customs Service for hosting the meeting, which is expected to bring a shared mission into focus with the theme, breaking barriers and building bridges. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
More than 400 participants from 28 African countries and other stakeholders here attending this Customs Partnership for African Cooperation in Trade capturing a commitment to removing obstacles, strengthening cooperation, and expanding channels for legitimate trade across Africa.
In the first half of 2025, Nigeria's trade with other African countries reached an all-time high of 4.82 trillion, which is an increase of more than 600 billion naira compared with the previous year. This is a clear signal of strengthening regional trade momentum. Within West Africa specifically, Nigeria's export to ECOWAS countries have climbed significantly, reflecting our growing role as a hub for intra-continental trade and value chain.
And it's for this reason the WCO is here standing with you. To support the future state, that very much relies on the ability to manage volumes of trade, access to markets, and predictability for businesses. Things that Customs manages every day, at borders in every corner of the globe.
It's clear demonstration of our collective political will and also decisive action that Africa has taken to rid itself of the vestiges of colonialism.
Here, Nigeria and the African continent stakeholders are reaffirming commitments to deepen cooperation that protects the economy, supports traders and economic operators, enhances intra-African trade, and strengthens the foundation of continental growth.
Our vision must translate from conference halls to the daily experiences of traders, manufacturers, logistic operators, and farmers. Nigeria remains firmly committed, structurally and operationally, to building an Africa that trades by design, where integration is practical, measurable, and effective. Our ambition is simple: a continent where borders facilitate opportunities rather than inhibit them. Let me
Nigeria, being the host, has pledged enhanced strategic engagements to continue building bridges that secures a more connected and prosperous African future. From the State House, Brahman Jibrila, NTA News.
And the West African nations, led by Nigeria and supported by the United Nations Development Programme, launched a new pact, the Regional Development Programme, also known as RDP. The initiative aims to create a unified front to strengthen democratic institutions, enhance governance, and fight the spread of misinformation in African context. Nigeria's Minister for Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugar, described the roadmap as imperative for the region. Garba Natalla reports.
The signing reflects a bold move and a collective effort by West African nations, supported by international partners, to secure a democratic future for its citizens across the West African region. According to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the partnership aligns with the strategic goals of regional bodies like ECOWAS, that has consistently stressed the need to implement a roadmap in improving democratic structures to checkmate misinformation, unconstitutional changes of government, political violence, weak judicial system, among other complexities affecting the region.
It is a homegrown yet globally informed mechanism. Simply put, an African solution to an African challenge.
The youths are no longer looking at the manner and shape of election. They want to see the outcome. How does democracy deliver on those basic needs of the African people?
Make no mistake, if democracy falters in Nigeria, democracy will collapse elsewhere, everywhere else in the entire West African region.
The Regional Partnership for Democracy is not merely a program. It is a compact of values. It is African-led, regionally anchored, and globally significant, grounded in our belief that the answers to Africa's governance challenges lies within Africa itself.
In a goodwill message, diplomats from Sierra Leone and Cape Verde, Director General of the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolutions, as well as the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, described the initiative as necessary and timely, and expressed confidence in Nigeria to walk the talk in regional affairs. With the document signed, the operational phase begins. The Secretariat of the RPD will be hosted at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, while its technical team will operate from the office of the UN Resident Coordinator in Abuja, ensuring close coordination between member states and their international partners. Garib Muhammad Atala, NTA News.
Now, the real estate and interior design sector has witnessed remarkable growth, driven by innovators like RSS Real Estate and Interior Deco. In just 2 years, the company has carved a niche in Nigeria's industry, and to mark this achievement, partners, clients, and industry experts gathered by a poolside in Abuja to celebrate the company's style, innovation, and contributions. Eukaria Clinton reports.
They got my property for me. It was a very, very good property. And they were there throughout the whole experience. They made sure everything worked out perfectly. I don't have any problem with them at all. They're hands-on, right from beginning to the end. They did a fantastic job, and I recommend them to everybody I know.
Very, very professional. Very, very professional. We have testimonies all around, not just here in Nigeria.
Testimonies as these have characterized the company's 25 months of existence. What started as a budding vision has evolved into a brand, redefining excellence in real estate solutions and interior transformation. For some, it goes beyond marking 2 years anniversary, but celebrating resilience, trust, and more growth.
Property business is very stressful, it's hard, but it requires somebody who has patience, and which she does. So, you know, everything in life is gradually. She will get there, and she has already getting there. So this is the first step, and she will continue. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of Nigerian women. I'm proud of all women that stands for themselves.
Hajiya Rukaya Haliru, the Chief Executive Officer of RSS Real Estate and Interior Decor, a woman who has defied all odds in an industry dominated by men, appreciates people whose support gave her strength.
RSS is a combination of my name and my husband's name. I dedicated the name to him because he was so supportive when the business was coming up. Dedicated the company to him by Sahid Umar.
With renewed energy, the company leaders say RSS is stepping into its new chapter and breaking new grounds.
We want to extend our tentacles not only in Nigeria, even internationally. But we have started.
RSS is looking at the future as one vision to give an average Nigerian a roof over their head.
2 years may seem not too long, but the impact echoes across the lives and spaces the company has touched. And for many who came to celebrate, the journey ahead looks even more promising. In Abuja, Eukaria Clinton, NTA News.
And in shaping Nigeria's digital economy through digital innovation, the All Hands Strategy Retreat 2025, held under the theme Aligning for the Future, Innovation and Sustainable Growth, has brought together key stakeholders to discuss the future direction of NICOMSAT and its role in advancing the nation's digital landscape. Central to the discussions was the agency's pledge to remain at the forefront of digital transformation in Nigeria and across the African continent. Suleiman Abdul Wahab reports.
Your work builds the future, your work bridges the gap, and your work brings possibilities to everyone.
The gathering represented a strategic roadmap to position NICOMSAT as a central driver of growth within the digital economic ecosystem. The managing director and the CEO, Nkechi Egerton Indahe, explained that the agency aims not only to maintain relevance, but also expand its influence beyond Nigeria, contributing meaningfully to African Brothers' digital transformation agenda.
That's our big desire for NICOMSAT going forward, that we are profit-driven, that we can sustain our growth. Even as a government entity, we can generate revenue and sustain growth.
In a place like Brazil, where they're using satellite internet to get cars, to get buses, to provide internet, or to deliver internet to remote schools, and they've covered as much as 90,000 schools. So looking and learning from them has proven to us that indeed satellite-based economy or investing in satellite for last-mile internet delivery can change the game.
The leadership emphasized NICOMSAT's commitment to broad national impact in sectors like healthcare, education, and agriculture, ensuring underdeveloped communities are not left behind.
If you have heard about a program they call Digital Switchover, it's currently with us. Over 30 channels are running on that satellite. There are plans to take it to 90 TV channels.
This year we've done a lot in terms of the 774 projects has been going on, and so many MOUs been signed here and there.
The All Hands Strategy Retreat 2025 reaffirmed NICOMSAT's mission to drive innovation and expand its impact on Nigeria's and African digital future. In Abuja, Suleiman Tabu Abdul Wahab, NT News.
As our report concludes the news tonight, thank you for being a part of it. I am Frama Paini. Have a good night.